people that are not supportive of a Christian concept, they always rely back to this, and they say, oh, there's so many commonalities between this and that, Christianity and this, and Jesus is common with this other person that lived thousands of years before, and then all this kind of stuff, and it's actually true. There's no lie there. It's very much so true. Yet with any system, y'all, Christianity is not the first system of the world. Christianity is not the first spiritual system of the world. You must know your history. And a lot of times people don't study. They just get what they need to get. However, it doesn't lessen nor negate the power and the truth regarding it. It doesn't lessen or negate it. Whether you call what you're calling an older name, and I call what I call a new name, it doesn't lessen nor negate the power of it. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. Yet the base, when you look at Christianity, you're looking at a huge base of people. Spiritual energy poured a huge base. When Jesus walked the earth in biblical times, Jesus did not have as many followers as Jesus got right now, friend. You ever thought about that? Jesus, when he walked the earth in biblical times, did not have as many followers as he got right now, friend. It has grown itself into a superpower built off of faith. Faith. And this is the force. Faith multiplied becomes a knowing. It is a force. All of it is a force. Faith is a force. Knowing is a force. Knowing and faith are similar. Faith is nowhere near as powerful as knowing. Even though faith's head count is higher, you got more people standing in faith than you do have in people standing in knowing. The power of knowing surpasses the power of faith, so you don't need as many. The pool of energy is huge. It is huge. Thus, all of those that have come before us, all of those many people, through trying times, through good times, has poured their energy into this pot. And even though there are people standing in this spiritual system that may feel like there's something more to it, they don't feel that they need to abandon it because of that. What should come is someone to show them more to it, because there is more to it. There's so much more to it. There's so much more relevancy. There is deep spiritual power. When you see someone on a metaphysical, in a metaphysical environment, or someone that does not ascribe to a Christian way of life, whether they're shaming or whatever they're doing, you would be like, wow, they're really powerful. They're really doing things. They're really able to make change in the world. But friend, your house is just as powerful. They got to go it alone. If the winds ever pick up for them and stuff get to going left, they better be, what was his name? They better be, like Balaam. You better be able to control them winds yourself. You better be able to have a relationship with those gods of the wind. You better have a relationship with the God of the rain. You better have those demons bound in a ring somewhere like Solomon did. And you better not be, you better be 2 steps ahead of them, or else you'll go out like Solomon. Because they're constantly vying. They don't want to be bound up. They don't want to be at your service like that. You really need to be activated to get after this. And the last one that was actually activated and gotten after it successfully to an extent was Jesus. This is what I'm talking about. Instead of, I'm not going to ever get on here and negate Christianity and be like, yeah, well, you know, we are limited and we're not really, you know, this and that. I'm not going to tell you that. I'll be lying to you. I stand on this. This is my life. Friends, if you knew my life, if you knew some of the things I've gone through, yo, it's all I got to lean on. It's all I got. It is a symbiotic. It is one of the only systems where it is a symbiotic. With one. It's not a symbiotic where you prostituting yourself to everybody. You got to make everybody happy. You got offerings all day long. You can't even rest. Every day your day is filled with offerings. Trying to make everybody happy. This ain't that. This is not that. Yet Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. You can go whatever way you want to go. But you got to know, just like the serpent came to Eve in the garden and told Eve that the tree was this, that, and the other, and that if she ate of it, she would be like God, her eyes would be open. That was true. She would be like God. But he didn't tell her the responsibilities it took to be able to handle such knowledge. And she would never know really all that she would need to have mastered to handle such knowledge until she began walking it. It's the same way. So I went all the way around the world to get to that. This is the covering. This was an exclusive covering, only for the children of Israel. This covering was not given to anybody else. And this is what made it such an issue. Everybody else wanted it. Who wouldn't want it? Made life easier.